Hey there YouTube, it's Friday, so that can only mean pickups, and I got a couple of different things. I picked up a card just for kind of a fun thing, since I've been kind of a fixation on shiny cards lately, and I'll show that to you. And then a bunch of additions to the Mike Modano collection, so let's get right into it. First of all, this one is very similar to one that I had just the other day in a mail day pickup. So this is from 96-97 Select Certified. This is a Mirror Blue Keith Tkachuk. So the peel's already made it off of this one. I absolutely love these. Now, even though it does have a little print line here, but they are nonetheless very cool looking cards. Honestly, the biggest reason for it is that I do love these cards, but also Keith Tkachuk was one of what was also one of my favorites. I did contemplate collecting them a little bit as well, but it was just a good opportunity. The price on this was very fair, and they were willing to take an offer on it, and I was more than happy to pick this one up. It's just going to be like a fun piece for the collection. I don't think I am going to start up that collection anytime soon. I've already got my hands full with my Modano collection and my other side PCs, but it is fun to pick up a card like this, and it is a great addition to the collection just the same. And I think depending on how the mailing situation goes on, there'll be some more shiny cards coming, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. So I'm going to put this here for now, and we're going to go through some of the other pickups. One other thing I'll mention, this is going to be a strictly pickups video, but this weekend I do have planned another video where I'm going to chalk on a couple of hobby topics, because it's been a little bit, and I did have a couple of thoughts on a couple of things, in particular since our investor versus collector discussion, it's an ongoing discussion, crops up every now and then, and obviously there is quite a bit on there related to, given the sheer number of sports card investment related videos, and I've got a couple of thoughts on that. It's not as black and white as a lot of people put it out to be, but nonetheless, I think it's still a discussion worth having. We'll do that in that video. So this one is from Swedish Semic. So this is from 96. It's a Modano and a Team USA jersey. Not a super expensive, not a super rare card, but a very cool looking card just the same. And a good addition to that kind of mid to late 90s collection. So we're going to put that here. Let's move Keith Tkachuk out of the way. A couple of these are Modano singles that I picked up. So this is Hockey Wit. Again, this is kind of the early to mid 90s kind of situation. And you can see there, this is actually, I believe, still Minnesota North Stars, if memory serves me. Yeah, so you got definitely an early, this is around the time he was around his rookie year. So it shows 94, but I think he was still with Minnesota at the time because he still got the Stanley, well, actually, that's the NHL 100 patch, I think. But that was before they went to Dallas. You can kind of tell because they had a transitional uniform that was kind of in between. It was the last year in Minnesota and the first year at Dallas, and I don't think you can see any Dallas there. Nonetheless, it's a very cool looking card. Very simple. Neat looking. Okay. You know, I have fun with these when I spend more than 10 seconds on probably a 25-cent card. Anyway, so this is 2008-2009 Be a Player Hockey. Get another straightforward card. Can't all be the memorabilia, autographs, and patches. Sometimes you gotta, to fill out a player collection like this, you gotta have some of the common singles. Nothing too crazy there. Let's move on. Okay, this one here is another little insert. This one is recent. This is 2019-2020 Black Diamond Hockey. So this is a tribute to 96-97. So it's kind of a foil. The original one was foil, but this one's even more, it uses more of a shiny exterior. So it's a tribute to the 96-97 set, which is one of my favorites from that era, and it is numbered to 99. There's also an autographed version of this, which I haven't gotten my hands on yet, but this was a kind of a cool looking card. And Modano in that set was a triple diamond from the 96-97. Neat looking card. Oh, and the back does follow the formatting of the original. Pretty cool. All right, let's move on. All right, so here's our first memorabilia card of this one. This is a 2007-2008 SP Game Use Hockey. So this is Authentic Fabrics. It's a jersey patch. So we got a multicolored jersey and a barely multicolored patch here, but it is multicolored just the same. It is numbered to 50. Pretty neat looking. So we'll put that there. Okay, this one's a favorite. This one was a hit on Instagram, I will say. A lot of people seem to like this one. So this one would have been a good fit. On the 4th of July, I did kind of a Pride of a Nation thematic one, because I had a bunch of different ones from UD Black, because they had that series. And this is actually 2019-2020 UD Black. So a lot of newer cards in the series this time around. So that's a good, clean looking card. The thing with UD Black, one of the big things that I like the most is that they make great use of like a dark background with a paint pen. And it's just a great looking card. And this was numbered to 99, so it's one of the more common versions of this. And it is a manufactured patch, but nonetheless, it's just a good looking card, top to bottom. Very clean. So that's a good addition. I think that means I'm just missing the inaugural year, I think 08, 09. And if I have that, then I can actually put to bed all the different Pride of a Nation cards from Modano. So that's pretty cool. It's a nice looking one. All right, this next one. Under normal circumstances, this would be the highlight of the mail day because this is also a very clean looking card. I like this. I think this is 2011, 2012. It's Panini Dominion Hockey, and this is Peerless Patches. So it's a patch jersey of Modano, and you can see like a very clean design. The foil is decent. I don't mind the foil. It's not the most impressive thing, but just design-wise, I like the white space here for the autograph, and his autograph on the blue pen fits perfectly here, and the patch piece is very nice. And they're numbered out of 40, so they're not like ridiculously short printed, but they're definitely not common. Just a good-looking design top to bottom, well executed, great jersey piece, clean auto. That's a winner right there. It's a good-looking one. All right. So if that's the second to last, that means our last one must be pretty special, and I believe that is the case. This is one of those ones where it's rare enough that it really doesn't come up very often. I can't remember the last time I saw it, so this time around, there's been a rash of them online. I think a handful of sellers got their have a pretty good supply of different players. And this is the 2000-2001 Titanium Blue Parallel. Now, the thing about the blue parallel is that it's kind of a dynamic insert, a parallel, I should say, because it is numbered to the player's number. So if you had like Wayne Gretzky was retired by that year, but if you had a Wayne Gretzky, it would be numbered to 99. So in that case, it would work out in your favor. But if you're a player like Mike Modano who's numbered out of 9, you can kind of see where I'm going with this. It's not a very common card that hasn't come up very often. So when it came up, I had to aggressively pursue it. And you can check that out. So it's got a nice kind of rainbow foil going on with it, and it is number 3 of 9. So it is a very scarce piece, no question. And it is the rarest one in this little collection. I do have a couple of the other ones sitting in my ComC, so I think I'm missing one of the more common ones to kind of close off that rainbow. When I start bringing in some of the stuff from ComC, I'll try to get my hands on that missing one. I believe it's the gold one if memory serves me, but I have to go back and look at my checklist. But whichever one I'm missing, I'll try to get my hands on it, and then that'll be kind of a cool looking rainbow. But this one here is definitely a centerpiece. And you can see with all that shine, it is a good looking card. So there you go. That's a good highlight to finish off this mail week. It's a very pleasant one, a very enjoyable one. And believe it or not, there are some other good cards that I'm still waiting on in the mail, and we'll see how that happens. I'm not going to rush it too much. And I did get a notification that Topps is actually going to send out one of my Project 2020 cards, so that may happen sooner rather than later. And I can start having a little fun, at least showing a little bit of the Project 2020 ones that I did end up actually spending money on. Not the craziest thing in the world, but it'll be fun just the same. So there you go. I think that's a good pair to finish up on. As always, any comments or questions, I'm more than happy to reply. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks very much.